Games, specifically hardware today with Gerard Campbell at stuff.co.nz and the Game Junkie 2.0 blog as well. Morning to you, Gerard.
Morning to you, Wemo. How are you?
Good. An exciting week for Xbox 360 owners. They're getting what's called the dashboard update that totally refreshes how they interact with the Xbox.
Yes. Now, it's coming tomorrow, I think. I think December the 6th, obviously US time, which means it will be for us tomorrow. And I guess that I haven't seen any of it in action, really, so I sort of don't know. Because it's using this Metro UI, isn't it? So it's very similar to, I guess, the Windows Phone 7.
Yeah, so from what I can understand, Microsoft are metroing all their interfaces. So the next version of Windows 8, will have this clean look of squares, basically coloured squares.
Oh, yeah.
And very much a tablet sort of interface, and the Xbox is also going to look like that as well.
Yeah, well, it's probably like what's on the Windows Phone,
the
old tile sort of thing.
Yeah.
But so this, and it's, from what I can tell, it's probably the biggest update that the Xbox has done for some time. And for us, I think I haven't seen any late new press releases, so I'm not sure what's coming from Xbox here. But we should be getting voice control with this update, which is cool.
Yes. Yeah, and unlike you, I'm a little bit unsure whether or not that will be in New Zealand. It's definitely for the States, but I think they're still having those issues with recognising the New Zealand accent.
I thought they were pretty sure that it was this month, but I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so because that's been something that other territories have had for a while.
Yeah.
But of course, the big thing is, Xbox is doing a big push to use your console as a TV entertainment hub. And unfortunately for us, I'm just looking at a list on a website on the updates on TV. Of course, the US are getting things like, ESPN, more ESPN, and Japan's getting Hulu and Hulu Plus, and Canada's getting Netflix and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
I
think the UK is getting BBC.
UK is getting BBC, I think. Australia's getting SBS On Demand. I see that YouTube is going to be available in 24 countries globally at some stage later in December. So that's going to be pretty good. But I see the only major sort of TV for us is going to be something called MLB TV.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Which is early 2012, which I'm assuming it's Major League Baseball. I'm assuming.
Okay, it's fairly niche.
I'm assuming. So yeah, I think, and we were discussing this just before we came on, that I think part of what is hampering our getting more TV services is obviously our internet and our uptake and our speeds.
Yeah,
especially things like Netflix, which is what the US and Britain and other major markets get.
I'm not so sure. I mean, I guess with the whole Telstra thing on the weekend, where Telstra was unmetered and everyone had free broadband, and suddenly all the networks went down. I guess that shows that sure, you can't have everyone on there at the same time. But I mean, as I've mentioned on the show before, I've managed to get a way to get Netflix here in New Zealand, and I find that it's just fine on our internet, and I get a high quality video stream. Of course, it would be different if everyone, I suppose, was doing that at the same time. But I'm sure there's ways of serving it locally as opposed to, trying to get it through an overseas pipe. I mean, there's ways around our broadband. I think it's more to do with licensing. I think it's to do with the agreements with the movie companies, the TV companies, the music companies. It's just the right people getting around the boardroom table to sort out the agreements so that we can get this stuff.
Yeah, well, I guess the thing is too, because if obviously places like the networks have got stuff tied up and they want to keep that content, so they're probably not going to be too happy about having to sort of relinquish those license agreements to other things. So you're right, it's probably a licensing issue that they need to just sit around the boardroom table and actually nut things out so that at the end of the day it's best for the consumer.
Yeah.
But I may be wrong. You've been playing around sort of with a bit of the new dashboard.
I've had the dashboard for the past couple of weeks, so I managed to hop onto the preview program. They say you can't talk about it, but I don't know. It's close enough to the 6th in America now. We may as well say, it's a really nice interface, and as we were just saying, that nice Metro look, it just smartens things up. It makes it look like 2011 or 2012. It just moves things forward, but it also you can see a lot more content come forward onto the dash. So stuff that was normally hidden behind a couple of clicks away is now brought out to the front, which is nice. They are able to market to you a whole lot easier, so there's room there for ads, for existing content. I mean, I find any ads on the Xbox kind of nice anyway, because it's just advertising games and whatnot that I might be interested in anyway. So I was going to say,
do you think this could be an option, that there could be more advertising coming through?
Potentially, but I think they have to be careful with that, because as a consumer, you've paid for the Xbox, you're paying for the games, you've paid for your Xbox Gold subscription. So I think I don't think they could deliver, McDonald's ads to the front of the dash. I don't think that's going to be acceptable. But as long as it was stuff, as long as it was in line with what you'd already be interested in, that is gaming or movies or TV or whatever, then that's fine.
And of course, something else that is coming, and I think it's probably going to come out at the same time as the dashboard, is the Windows Phone 7 companion app.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. You use a Windows Phone, yeah?
Yeah, I do, yeah. And I was sort of checking up the app this morning, and it's almost going to act as a wireless remote control, isn't it, for your console?
That's cool.
And so you can actually, the app will wirelessly search for your Xbox console when you switch it on, so then you can navigate through the dashboard.
Yep.
And then if you're watching a movie, you can pause the movie, you can fast forward the movie, and just what I read up this morning, that you can actually use, it's got Bing search integrated into it, which of course is Microsoft search engine.
Nice.
You can search for any movies on the marketplace using your Windows Phone, and then you can start the movie in that way, and you can also, it looks as though there is going to be, looks like content search, so you can search for movie databases for information about actors, more films have been in, similar films in that genre.
Cool.
So I mean, it sounds like it's a nice wee companion, a nice wee companion to this update, which means that because all the other major phone platforms have got some sort of remote control content or application for their mobile, for their smartphones, for their devices. So it's just another nice, it's sort of 2012. It's sort of moving ahead to people sort of just using their gadget for more than just texting, bit of internet searching, and perhaps occasional phone call. You're actually sort of integrating it more with your entertainment hub,
and this,
so to speak. This
may seem strange, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but in saying that, everyone does use YouTube. But I'm most looking forward to having the YouTube channel there on the Xbox as an easy way of getting that YouTube content up onto the TV without plugging in another device or plugging in the laptop. Because I subscribe to a whole bunch of channels that I'm really interested in. I'm really interested in the content that is being produced by these people on YouTube, and I would love to just sit back on the couch and be able to watch that on the TV, and perhaps in high quality HD or whatever. So that's actually what I'm most excited about, and I'm a little bit disappointed that that's not, as you say, coming till later on in December. I was hoping it was going to arrive this week, but
because I think there are a lot of people looking forward to the YouTube integration, which would be cool, because all these consoles are wanting people to sort of use them as their entertainment hub. You're watching your movie, playing your games, and YouTube integration is perfect application for that. As you said, you can sit back on the couch, watch some stuff on YouTube, and do that. So it's
you could watch this show if you like, Gerard.
You could watch the show. You could see me in glorious HD.
or near enough to
widescreen 40-inch. How scary would that be?
Yeah, exactly, but it's possible.
But so this, I mean, I don't know what size the dashboard update will be, but I would say Xbox 360 owners sort of start looking out for it tomorrow. Probably next time they turn the console on tomorrow, there'll be a message that there's an update. I'll certainly be doing that tomorrow and having a good play and just saying what I think. But I think personally it'd be nice to perhaps if there could have been a wee bit more TV content, but maybe that's something that they can work on, and they've got to work with local providers and license holders, etc. But yeah,
I think once local content producers see the interface itself and see that it's so easy for people to bring that content to the TV, then they will want to get their stuff up there. But Gerard, we'll look forward to your thoughts on it once it rolls out to your console. But in the meantime, people can find you on stuff.co.nz in the technology section, also the Game Junkie 2.0 blog. Just type that into Google, you'll come up with that. And also on Twitter as well, Game Junkie NZ. It's now 24 minutes past.